concerned, we recognize all the schools of tasawwuf that adhere to these four schools of jurisprudence. That is the four mentioned schools and the schools of Ahle, inshallah. Essentially, what we are trying to do here is that we are going back to the applied of Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah as described by the scholarship of the last 1400 years of the Ummah. We do not believe here that Islam required a very drastic change in definitions 700 years ago. So we go by what our ulama have given us, as you see the Mufti Akmal Dawud today described. It is the method that has been passed to us through the agency of scholars for the last 1400 years. So alhamdulillah, we prescribe to that. So what are the activities that ASF has undertaken in the past year? So primarily, as far as organizing the religious activities are concerned, we have alhamdulillah organized mahafil of salawat and durood every single week of this year. So alhamdulillah, without a break, we have conducted for the entire year. Every single week we have a gathering which is attended by about 80 to 100 people, and we gather, we recite salawat, and that's how the community gets together, alhamdulillah. And we have conducted guest lectures by visiting scholars. Some of the guest scholars that have visited us are Maulana Shakir Noori from India, Maulana Sayyid Muzaffar Shah Sahib from Pakistan, and as you see, Mufti Muhammad Akmal today. We also have Mufti Ahmad al-Qadri from Dallas, who will be visiting us on a regular basis, inshallah ta'ala. Apart from that, we have conducted Mahafil Naat on several occasions with our very own Ustad Fareed Nizami Sahab and Rehan Qadri Sahab and Imran Sheikh Aftari from Pakistan have also visited, and we have conducted those events, alhamdulillah. Those are the posters that show you the Mahfil Naat that we have conducted with Imran Sheikh Aftari and with Rehan Qadri, alhamdulillah. That is a picture showing the Scholars Night. So we have this Nurul Ulama series where we invite ulama. We name the series as Scholars Night. So we have ulama coming to our town, and this is also a part of that series, alhamdulillah, and also part of the Milad. Apart from this activity, we have conducted two Mahafil Milad this year, one with Mufti Muhammad Akmal today, alhamdulillah, and the other with Mukhtar Shah Naimi Sahab of Dallas, alhamdulillah. So we have successfully conducted all of those. There are some other charity work that we have also been part of. So we have organized the Ramadan ration program where we have collected rations and made it into packages for each family, which consists essentials so that they could enjoy Ramadan and Eid themselves. So we were successfully able to reach about 250 families through that. So there are a large number of refugee families that have come to Austin and made it their home. So we try to help them by providing them essential food so that their Eid is also joyous as we celebrate our Eid, alhamdulillah. Other than that, we also had Eid clothes distribution drive. So we saw there were a lot of refugees, and alhamdulillah, there were many of us who came forward, and then we took them over to a place where they would purchase clothes. And so we did that drive, and also we were able to reach about 200 families where we were able to provide clothing for new clothing for children under 15 years of age. We also took part of the Qurbani meat distribution program, and we also have some arrangements where you could pass on used clothing and equipment that can be reused to these families of refugees. A brief introduction of who is part of the ASF, who are the members and the organization board. So we have Brother Sohail Anjum, who is the president, Brother Adnan Mazhar, who is the vice president, and Sayyid Shah Arifullah Hussaini, who is our general secretary. I would actually want you all to raise your hand. So Brother Sohail Anjum, who is the president. Where's Sohail? Sohail is right here. So And then we have Brother Adnan Mazhab is our Vice President, and Arifai Sayyid Sharifullah Hussaini is our Secretary, does most of our hard work. Siraj Ahmed Saab, who is our Executive Secretary. Brother Abdul Shakur is, okay, so he's busy taking care of the event. And Brother Muhammad Yunus Ilat, our elderly partner. Alhamdulillah. So he, and last, myself, Sayyid Mohinuddin Hassan. So inshallah, this will go to the next slide. So why do we need ASF? There's a very, I'll briefly go over, there are several masajid in town, but we do have the need for activities for Ahle Sunnati wal Jama'ah, because I'll be very brief about this, but I'll give you the summary of what's going on in the city. There is a tremendous amount of pushback when we go ahead and try to commemorate any event associated with Ahle Sunnati wal Jama'ah. For example, there is this method of the Milad that we did today. I could go and describe what happened when we were trying to advertise this event at all the major masajid, and we got pushback from almost every one of them. So we see there's a need for events like these, and we all do believe that it is part of our belief system and what Ahle Sunnati wal Jama'ah assumes it to be, and what we know from the knowledge and from the evidence that has been passed on from our scholars, that these events are from Mubah to the recommended according to fiqh. So inshallah Aziz, if you can go to the next slide. So this was what I was hinting about. Even when we were trying to advertise this event, some of our posters were removed, and all of the masajid turned down our request to even put the flyer over there. So this is the reason, this side of environment which tends to push unfortunately the Wahhabi understanding of Islam into our faces. It is not just in this particular event, but right from every single thing that we do, till the point that we pass away. Tomorrow, if I die, and if I'm to be buried in the cemetery here, we have to go by some laws and some restrictions that have been put down by ICTA board that are essentially Wahhabi. I do not want to pass, and I don't want the Imam who is praying upon me to restrict somebody from reciting the Quran upon me. So those are the sort of restrictions. So if we have opened up and we have tried to open up dialogue with them, they have not come forward. So this is the reason why we think that we need an organization here who would speak for Ahle Sunnati wal Jama'ah. We are the largest group of Muslims, alhamdulillah, all across the world. And there is no reason why anything which is not part of the Ummah for the last 1400 years to be pushed down upon our throats. So we think that there is a reason, there should be somebody who should be speaking for you, there should be somebody who should be speaking for me and for our children. There is a need for us to bring ulama from all across the world. We are not just an organization dealing with Pakistanis and Indians here. We plan to bring ulama from all across the world, English-speaking ulama, Arabic-speaking ulama, who are from Ahle Sunnati wal Jama'ah, who represent our views, inshallah ta'ala. So, can you please go to the next? So, that is the goal. Primarily what we are working towards is we plan to get imams, as our beloved Mufti Muhammad Akmal Qadri, Damat Barakatuhu Aliyah, to the town, so that they could bring the ilm of deen to us. We do not want our children to learn from YouTube stars who are not even ulama, they're just popular speakers, and this is the fulfillment of the prophecy of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that the ulama will be taken away and the muqarririn will take their place, the speakers will take their place. So we want our children to learn from ulama. We want to bring ulama who reach Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam with an unbroken chain for the last 1400 years. We do not want munqata people, we do not want broken chains to teach our children, inshallah ta'ala. So apart from those primary things, we also want to lay the foundation so that we can peacefully recite the Quran, salat and salam in a place where we do not have to answer people, inshallah ta'ala. And also, as I mentioned, to protect the aqaid of our children from the onslaught of the Wahhabi narrative. So we want to take a stand here that we clearly state that the narrative of Islam that is causing havoc all across the world. We detest that, and we ourselves want to stop it. It has come to our doorstep, and today is our time. It is the moment where I say that no, this is not the normative Islam that we are accustomed to. This is not the Islam that has been passed on to us. So inshallah ta'ala, this is the point where we are taking as one of the primary goals of ASF, inshallah. The first goal, as far as the aims are concerned, is to grow the love of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in our community and protect our aqaid, protect our children from violent and deviant ideologies like that of ISIS and all that you're seeing all across the world. And we want to protect our children from falling into those traps, because online you go, there are several people just opposing the events and categorizing that as if it is something, as if it's a deviation of Islam. So we want to take a few of the aims here before you. As I said, we want to facilitate the ulama to come here. We want to oversee burials in view of all the things that are being thrust into us. We want to meet the needs of the community in the form of a musalla or masjid with proper planning and execution, inshallah Aziz. So this, we have over the last 1 year struggled to even hold a simple gathering in the existing masajid in town. And this is with utmost hurt that today I mentioned before you that we are not able to conduct a single meeting in these masajid unless we classify it as a private event. They have events such as birthday parties and where there is free intermingling of sexes and all. Everything is okay in masajid today, but anything relating to Ahle Sunnah wal Jama'ah, they treat it as if we are some diseased individual. They do not allow us to put a poster on the masajid. Conveniently, all the big masajid, they have not replied to our emails when we send several reminders. So this is the state of the ummah today, and this is the reason why we have decided, inshallah al-aziz, that we will form our own musalla and masjid, inshallah ta'ala, and we expect anybody who prescribe to Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah to help us. We have been part and parcel of helping these masajid in the Austin area because of their inclusive constitution, because they said that these were Islamic institutions. We did not sign up for supporting of a Wahhabi institution. If you were told that NAMCC could today go and become a Wahhabi institution, I would have not given them a penny. I've been supporting that institution for 10 years, and today they do not allow me to put a poster over there. So inshallah al-aziz, we have made the decision, and may Allah Azza wa Jal help us for the sake of Allah Habib sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that we are able to make our own masjid, inshallah. So today, as for the aims of these organizations have been laid before you, we will be passing on some flyers for support, and these are forms that you would fill out to pledge us something. We are not doing a fundraiser here, but just to show your support to the organization. And inshallah ta'ala, we will reveal plans as we go forward. There is going to be ziyarah of the Athar Sharifa, inshallah ta'ala. I would request Mufti Akmal Sahib Damat Barakatuh to give some advice on the adab of ziyarah, inshallah ta'ala, so that we can proceed. Jazakumullah khair for listening to me.